The Nintendo Switch is nearly turning 6 years old.
Damn!
Whether you believe it's showing its age or not, I think we can all agree that the Switch has never had an unsuccessful year. In this video, I'll be ranking all the years of the Switch, so let's waste no time and get straight into the action. Okay, so I think we can all agree that 2020 was the worst year for the Switch. While the Switch sold incredibly well due to COVID and people staying indoors, the lineup of games and directs was very lackluster. The highlight game of 2020 was, of course, Animal Crossing: New Horizons. Some other new games were Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics, Paper Mario: The Origami King, Hades, Kirby Fighters 2, Mario Bros. 35, Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity, and
The Last of Us Part 2.
Jeff Keighley, get out of here! There were 3 big ports too, those being Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE Encore, Pikmin 3 Deluxe, and Among Us. There were also some remakes/remasters such as Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team Deluxe, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, and Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Some notable DLC was the Luigi's Mansion 3 Multiplayer Pack, the final update to Super Mario Maker 2, the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra for Pokemon Sword and Shield, and Byleth, Min Min, Steve, and Sephiroth for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. For game announcements, games such as The Origami King and Age of Calamity were given their own individual announcement trailers. However, there was one mini-direct in March, 4 monthly partner showcases in between July and October, 3 indie worlds, and smaller directs focused on New Horizons, Pokemon, Mario's 35th Anniversary, and Monster Hunter. While 2020 wasn't a horrible year, it certainly wasn't the most exciting one either. It had some really solid games though, Xenoblade Definitive Edition being my personal highlight of that year. I'd give 2020 a 6 out of 10. Solid, but underwhelming compared to previous years. I'd count 2018 as the year of ports, remasters, and DLC. The significant ports of the year were Dragon Quest Builders, Bayonetta 1 and 2, Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Fortnite, Hollow Knight, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, and Undertale. The notable remakes and remasters of the year were Dark Souls Remastered and The World Ends With You Final Remix. This year actually had some really strong DLC, those being the Octo expansion for Splatoon 2, along with many other updates for the game, new characters and modes in Mario Tennis Aces, the DK adventure for Mario Rabbids, and the best of all, the expansion pass for Xenoblade Chronicles 2, including the best DLC of all time, Torna: The Golden Country. This year also had some really solid releases, such as Kirby Star Allies, Mario Tennis Aces, Octopath Traveler, Super Mario Party, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and the definitive highlight of the year, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Some games that released on Switch but also other platforms that year were Celeste and Sushi Striker. There were 3 really strong directs this year, along with 1 mini direct, 2 Nindies, and 2 Smash Ultimate directs. Nintendo also experimented with something new called Labo, and while it wasn't the biggest hit, it was still an interesting idea. With all these strong factors, you might be wondering why this is the second worst year for the Switch, and that's simply because this year was dominated by ports and remakes/remasters. Many of the new games released were originally considered good at best. Many other years had stronger releases, so that's why this year falls short. But it was still a great year. It's a 7.5 out of 10. Okay, so I'm gonna be real for a second. I cannot decide if 2021 or 2022 was a better year for the Switch. I personally prefer 2022 due to all the new strong releases. However, 2021 did have an excellent balance of new releases, ports, remakes, and DLC, along with the new version of the Switch. So I did a poll, and you guys decided that...
Ah, shit. Well, I guess that's it. Oh, man.
2021 was probably the most balanced Switch year. The main big new games were Bowser's Fury, Bravely Default 2, Monster Hunter Rise, Pac-Man 99, New Pokemon Snap, Game Builder Garage, Mario Golf Super Rush, Pokemon Unite, No More Heroes 3, WarioWare Get It Together, Metroid Dread, Mario Party Superstars, and Shin Megami Tensei 5. Some simultaneous releases included Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD Remaster, Monster Hunter Stories 2, Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania, and Balan Wonderworld. There's actually only one port this year, and it's Super Mario 3D World. The remakes and remasters include Famicom Detective Club, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD, and Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. There was actually quite a bit of good DLC this year, such as Pyra, Mythra, Kazuya, and Sora in Smash, Animal Crossing New Horizons Happy Home Paradise, the Age of Calamity expansion pass, and new characters and maps for Mario Golf Super Rush. There were also 3 Directs, 2 Indie Worlds, and specific focus directs on Monster Hunter, Pokemon, and New Horizons. The Switch OLED model also released this year. Really solid year overall. Good releases and some nice diversity. A solid 8.5 out of 10. While 2021 was a very balanced year, 2022 was dominated by new games. The new mainline exclusive releases included Pokemon Legends Arceus, Triangle Strategy, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Nintendo Switch Sports, Mario Strikers Battle League, Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Kirby's Dream Buffet, Splatoon 3, Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope, Bayonetta 3, and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. This year was packed, and some simultaneous releases include LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, Neon White, Sonic Origins, and Sonic Frontiers. Some ports and remakes include Fall Guys, Live Alive, Nier Automata, and Persona 5 Royal. There were also some really solid DLC this year, those being Raves 1 through 3 of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass, Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, and Cuphead The Delicious Last Course. Some smaller DLCs included new characters for Mario Strikers, Golf for Switch Sports, the Chill Season for Splatoon 3, and Wave 2 for Xenoblade 3 Expansion Pass. There were surprisingly 2 big directs this year instead of 3, but there was a really good partner showcase. There were also 2 Indie Worlds, and specific directs focused on Xenoblade 3 and Splatoon 3, along with 2 Pokemon Presents. This year was really good though. While there were fewer announcements in 2021, many new games came out this year, and I'd personally give them the same ranking, being an 8.5 out of 10, but this one slightly edges out 21 because y'all think it's better. 2019 was a really excellent year for the Switch. While there weren't as many new releases as 2022, the overall balance of content this year was superb. The new games that released this year were Tetris 99, Yoshi's Crafted World, Labo Kit 4, Super Mario Maker 2, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 The Black Order, Fire Emblem 3 Houses, Astral Chain, Daemon X Machina, Ring Fit Adventure, Luigi's Mansion 3, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020, and Pokemon Sword and Shield. Dragon Quest Builders 2 was a simultaneous release, and The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening was a notable remake. Some ports were New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, Cuphead, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, and Dragon Quest XI-S Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Editions. Goodness, that title is so shit. Some noticeable DLC was Piranha Plant, Joker, Hero, Banjo-Kazooie, and Terry for Ultimate, the rest of the Mario Tennis Aces DLC, and the second big update to Mario Maker 2. There were 3 main directs, including smaller focused ones for Pokemon and Mario Maker 2. There were also 3 Nindies and the Switch Lite released. This was an almost perfect year for the Switch, and I'd give it a 9 out of 10. But you all already know what number 1 is. 2017 was just an absolutely stellar year for the Switch. It brought 3 directs with 1 big presentation for the Switch detailing and revealing many exciting games and features for the console. It also had 2 Nindies and specific focus directs on ARMS, Splatoon 2, and Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And speaking of, the main releases for this year were 1-2 Switch, Snipperclips, ARMS, Splatoon 2, Mario + Rabbids Kingdom Battle, Super Mario Odyssey, and Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Some simultaneous releases were The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Fire Emblem Warriors, Sonic Mania, and Sonic Forces. Notable ports were Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Minecraft, Pokken Tournament Deluxe, and Rocket League. Now, while this might seem like a lot less than other years, this year had so many strong releases and announcements that it's almost impossible for me to place it any lower. Coming out of the awful 2016, 2017 just felt like an absolute breeze to be a Nintendo fan. 10 out of 10 year, perfect launch year for the Switch. So far, I'd say that the Switch has had pretty solid years all around. While some are surely better than others, no year has been definitively bad for the system. I cannot wait to see how 2023 turns out, and it looks like it's to be pretty strong so far, so let's see where it takes us. With all, thank you so much for watching. What was your favorite year for the Switch? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, and night.